everybody, it is day 20 of the FlyLady series. Today we're going to focus on laundry. So I told y'all, I kind of alluded to this on my last video, is that I'm a little behind on my laundry, so this will kind of give you a real life glimpse of maybe what you're going to run into. It might be worse, might be less, just depends. But start where you are with your laundry, and we're going to go through this together. And basically the FlyLady recommends you do a load of laundry a day. And if you do a load of laundry a day, then eventually you take over your Mount Washmore, is what she calls it, or your mountain of laundry. So we're going to take over that today, but first let's get dressed to lace up shoes. And I am dressed. Let me show you my shoes. Alright, there's my lace up shoes. So I'm ready to go. First things first, we're going to make the bed. Alright, the bed has been made. It took 3 minutes. So now we're going to do laundry. Alright, nice clean sink. And the dishes, they're clean in here. Just gotta show you. I had to open it up to get my stuff to make my protein drink. So we're going to go ahead and empty these. So let's get started on our day. Alright, nice empty dishwasher, ready to take on the day. Guys, probably the best tip I could give you when it comes to laundry is don't look at the whole pile. It'll drive you a little crazy. I'll show you my piles here in a minute. But also, one thing that I would do whenever I'm doing a load a day is I still sort my laundry. And it kind of helps if you have a different basket for each type. Like I have darks, lights, whites, my son's clothes. The other kids do their own laundry, and towels. So if you do that right, then lights, darks, whites, sun, towels. And then, of course, we will also do bed sheets, so that takes up 6 days. So basically, I get a day to rest on laundry. So that's how I plan it out. So you can do it whatever best suits your family's needs. But that's how I do mine in our house. I used to just put everybody's laundry together and sort it by color and do it that way. But we have 5 kids. It's too much. So we taught the older kids to do their own laundry, and then we take care of Xander's and ours. But the reason why I say don't look at your whole pile is because you'll instantly get overwhelmed. But at the same time, you do have to get your pile together because that's just how it is to sort. Although if you do find it very overwhelming to put it all in one pile, then maybe sort a section. So like in my room, I have my side of the bed's got my clothes. My husband's side of the bed has his clothes. And then I have some clothes in the laundry room. So sometimes I'll go by sections instead of putting it all in one pile. Some days I will put it all in one pile and just sort through it. It just depends on what I'm into that day. So today I'm not wanting to look at the whole pile because it's going to be rough. So I'm going to sort it section by section. Alright, so this is my side of the bed. I know, it's kind of ridiculous. This hamper here actually is clean clothes. I just never folded them. These are the ones that just need to be folded and put away. That's as far as I got, so it's sitting right there. All of these are dirty, though, so I'm going to get them and I'm going to sort them in piles, and I'll show you what I end up with. Alright, so this is what I ended up with. This is my pile of lights, this is my pile of darks, and this is my towels. I'm actually not separating out my whites this time around. I do it at least once a month, though, so they get a good bleaching, but I just don't have a lot of them right now because I used to have white bed sheets on my bed, so I'd kind of combine them together, but I don't have that now. So, for now, this week, I'm just going to wash them with the lights. Alright, now, let me show you my husband's pile. Brace yourselves. See? Never did get him to use the hamper that's right here, so. Alright, so we're going to go through these and sort through these piles. I'll show you what I end up with. This is what we have so far. Here's the lights, here's the darks, and still just the one towel. Now I'm going to show you my last pile. And that's the pile that's in the bathroom, which isn't much. Thank goodness. It's normally a lot more than this because I normally have a hamper in here. But I guess when we don't have a hamper, it doesn't collect as many clothes. So anyway, let me go through these and I'll show you where I end up. After all that's said and done, this is my pile of lights. This is my pile of darks. So then when I'm done sorting, I kind of look at which one's the bigger pile. Well, I think the lights went out. Normally my darks do, but this week my lights do, so I'm going to wash those first because they seem to be the most urgent. So now we grab our pile, we take it to the washer and turn it on. So grab a little mesh wash bag. This is good for whenever you have bras, so that way they don't snag your other clothes, but also it helps protect them from breaking down as often in the washer. So it's a good thing to have. Or any other delicates that you're worried about getting messed up in the washer. Put it in the mesh bag. Still gets them clean, but keeps them separate from everything else and helps protect them a little bit more. Alright, so my clothes are going in the washer right now. And it's sensing it right now, but they'll be done in about 45 minutes. So the easiest way to remember to come back and get them is to set your timer on your phone for 45 minutes. When your time's up, come back in and change it over to the dryer. Actually, it's going to be 50 minutes. It made me a liar. Let's set your timer for 50 minutes or however long it normally takes your washer to go. Good rule of thumb, if you don't know, is say in an hour. So, and then you change it over to your dryer. So set your timers, and then we'll be back to check on them. Alright, so the washer is done, so I've moved everything over to the dryer. Make sure you check your lint trap and throw in your dryer sheets. I use 3 in mine just because we really hate static. And then you set this. And then again, you set your timer for the time that it should be done. Mine has a feature where it keeps going if I don't get to it right away, but if you don't have that feature, definitely set your timer because you don't want wrinkled clothes. Okay, so my dryer is done. It's just on that cycle where it keeps it from wrinkling. So I'm going to pull these out now, and we're going to put them up. So I like to set the hamper on the bed to do laundry. First, I go through, I'll pull out all the things that need to be hung up, and I lay them out according to person. So I have a pile for my husband and a pile for me. And then I basically cast all the things that need to be folded aside, which is how I ended up with a hamper of fold-up clothes. And so after I hang everything up, I normally fold everything and put it away. It's just that day got a little crazy. So I'll have a little bit of extra fold-up, so I'm going to do all those together. So I'm going to combine what I have in this basket already that's over here and what I have left out of this hamper. So here I go. Okay, so I've gone through all the clothes and they're sitting out. I do separate pants from shirts, but I actually fold up my pants. Okay, Xander, shh. Okay, and so this just took me 6 minutes to do, but I still have to hang them up, of course. I'm going to grab my hangers. But this is my fold-up pile from this load, and then this is my fold-up pile from... I actually realized this had darks and lights in it, so this was my last 2 loads last week. Yeah, I'm behind. So I'm going to have to fold all of this and then hang all of these. I'll start with the hang-ups. It took me about 5 minutes to hang up everything. I'm going at a slower pace because I started that fitness boot camp and I'm kind of sore, so I'm moving a little slow today. Alright, so now it's time to fold up both baskets of clothes. I wanted to show you all my method. So whenever I pull everything out, I sort them. So this is like clothes that need to be folded. This is my husband's black socks. These are my socks, my underwears, my husband's boxers, and my husband's socks, his white socks. Because he wears one for work and one for weekend wear and stuff. So, and then I throw all my dryer sheets in the hamper so that way I can throw them away when I'm done. And I put my garment little baggy thing back in there so that way it's ready for the next time I do laundry. Because I typically use this hamper. I just use the other one because this one was full with the fold-up clothes. Alright, so now I'm going to go by each section and fold them because it makes it a little bit faster because you're folding them all the same way in each section. So I just found it makes it a little bit faster with the folding process. 8 minutes to get this done. I haven't folded up the regular clothes. I'm going to wait until I put these away so that way I have enough room here to do that. So, time to put everything away. Oh, by the way, that took me 8 minutes to do. That just took me 2 minutes, and now I need to fold these, and I'll be putting those away. Alright, so I got everything folded, and all of it ended up being right here. So, it's a couple of layers deep there on each thing. But anyway, this took me about 10 minutes to do, so not bad at all. It just takes a little bit longer because they're bigger items, and I'm trying to be a little more exact about folding them. Trying to master my KonMari folding method. So anyway, I'm going to put these away, and I'll have been caught up with laundry now. Well, at least what was left over from last week. Y'all are probably wondering, well, what do we do with the rest? That's going to be tomorrow. 1 load a day, guys. 1 load a day. You got to do the whole step, the whole process, 1 load a day. So that way you don't end up with piles of clothes that you haven't folded. That's what it's all about. The baby steps. 1 load a day. So tomorrow we'll get to this load. One thing at a time. Right. Time for a 2-minute hotspot. My desk has had it. So I'm going to work on this side of my desk now for 2 minutes. So set your timer for 2 minutes and see what you can get accomplished on your hotspots. Okay, my 2 minutes is up. So this is the clean surface I have so far. Still have to work on this corner here. This is my throwaway pile, and this is my shred pile. So set your timer for 2 minutes and see what you can get accomplished. Okay, it's time for a 5-minute room rescue. Now this looks bad, but I actually already went through this stuff. This is all stuff I'm keeping. I just want to rearrange it so it looks nicer. So set your timer for 5 minutes and see what you can get done in that amount of time. All right, 5 minutes is up. This is what I ended up with. I know this looks worse than I started with. This box here has office supplies in it, so I'm going to continue to put those in my desk. For some reason, I guess I stopped halfway through and didn't finish. This has some of Xander's old clothes, so yay, I get to go through some more clothes to decide if I'm going to sell them on eBay. This is just some bubble packaging stuff and leftover envelopes and things like that I don't know what I'm doing with yet, so I just set them over there, honestly. This is bubble wrap and fillers for packaging eBay stuff. Fireworks, I don't know how those ended up in here. Anyway, so I started piling up my boxes because I figure if I stagger them across here, that'll probably be the best way of keeping them organized for now. So I started with the US mail packages. So I've got them stacked up. I'm using my son's racetrack right now to keep them up for now until I find something better suited for that. But for right now, that's what I did. And just kind of shuffled things around just to get to those things. So I didn't get a lot done in this 5 minutes, but in the next few days I will. So set your timer for 5 minutes and see what you can get accomplished. You'd be surprised. Okay, so this is where I ended up yesterday. I just went ahead and pulled all these back out. So that way they're out of my way and I can finish up with what's left back there, which I think is just 1 bin. It might be 2 after I get those plastic bags out, which this is a downfall of plastic bag saving, is when this happens, you pretty much got to throw out all your plastic bags. So you don't know what in the world they pooped on or peed on or whatever on. Started to be so gross, but it's true. So I'm going to finish pulling this last bin out and going through it and cleaning it, and then I'm going to get the vacuum out, vacuum it, scrub down the bottoms, and then I can get everything back in. So I think this last 15 minutes, or that this 15 minutes will be my last for this area. So that's at least something and a good sign. So at least we kept it somewhat organized under here, even though it didn't look like it when I started. Alright, so set your timer for 15 minutes and see what you can get accomplished. Don't walk in front of my camera, please.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's nice.
Here's some. Alright, Xander wanted to make a cameo. Okay, so this is what I got done in 15 minutes. It actually took me a little bit over 15 minutes. Okay, Xander, calm down. But, the only thing that took over that was putting in the aluminum foil in the back to keep the mice out, which I put tons of layers of it back there. So I shouldn't have another problem for several years. I put that stuff back there the first time when we moved in. Stop, Xander. When we moved in, it lasted 4 years, and I just did a thin layer then. So this should definitely last us a long time now. So I put everything back. So everything's nice and clean and organized and all the stuff I need to get to. Stop!
It's baguette.
Alright, I can get to everything pretty easily that I need to get to, and I actually ended up with more room than I thought I had originally, so that was kind of weird, but that's just how it goes. So anyway, set your timer for 15 minutes. You'd be surprised at what you can get decluttered. Alright, nice clean shiny sink. Put a new towel out for tomorrow, and my dishes are washing. Got my clothes laid out for the day. So I'm ready for tomorrow. It's been kind of cool in the morning, so I wanted to wear something long sleeve, and then I can just roll them up whenever it gets warmer in the evening, or just switch to just the cami. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But all ready for tomorrow. Okay, everybody, your evening routine is done now. Y'all have to excuse me. I went to boot camp today, so that's why I'm in different clothes and stuff like that than I started with. I did brush my teeth. Alright, so this is a wrap on day 20 of the FlyLady series. So today we added a load of laundry to our routine. So going forward, we're going to do a load a day. Now you can skip this if you just don't have anything to wash. For instance, like I said, I kind of skip it on the weekends and just really do my laundry during the week. Sometimes I'll do a load on Saturday. It just depends on if I'm washing sheets or something like that. I might do an extra load. But the point is to get a load a day so that way you don't get backed up on laundry. So it doesn't become this big mountain. And if you start doing that, you'll notice you'll get smaller loads along the way. So right now it's just kind of hectic because you're getting into the whole habit of it, but once you get adjusted to it, it's going to be a lot easier, I promise you. I used to do this a lot. I just kind of stopped and did it as I could for the sake of the series, so that you could kind of get a real life look of what it is to kind of start this new method. So, but going forward, you will see that your loads will get smaller and smaller as you go. Alright, so that wraps up tonight. I hope you're going to bed at a decent hour, because we don't need to forget that. That was from a couple of days ago. So, other than that, that is a wrap on day 20. We will be back tomorrow with day 21, which is when we're going to start our Q&A session. So, I'm going to, at that point, ask for any questions that you have about this series and how you're doing in the series at the time. So I'm going to leave that up for a little while, so I'll probably answer the questions at the end of the series. So if you submit a question in that video, then I'll get to it at the end of the series. So, alright, but for now, we have wrapped up day 20. We will be back tomorrow with day 21. Bye and good night.